All right, hi everybody. It is Bonkai 922 with Oshoko Hockey, and I'm with Rick. Game of Thrones, Season 4, Episode 9, Afterthoughts, The Watchers on the Wall. Now, this was all the wall. The Watchers, the Night Watch, the Wildlings, that's what this whole thing was. This was this epic battle that transpired. And pretty good. Pretty good. Um, I will. I just was looking at the comment section, and I noticed like a few people, like Deza was like saying, "Oh man, these Titans are weak as fuck. They get hit by an arrow and then they die." And well, what did you think, Rick?
Man, look, awesome episode. First off, I just want to say the cinematography in this episode was on point once again, as it did in many other episodes. The way this battle was shot with the camera angles they used and whatnot. One thing specifically would be like how they showed the army with the mammoths and everything coming in. The little short first person view with Ingrid and the bow and arrow. Um, how they shot them climbing up the wall. I mean, cinematography and camera work was really good in this episode, but overall, this episode just did it for being focused on one thing. I think it did better than Blackwater because with as far as like the setup and then the battle itself and then illustrating the battle. So I loved it. I would have cut a little thing down in the beginning, but other than that, I loved everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I did too. I thought it was a pretty well presented battle scene. There were some of the ones that I was laughing though. Like, there's these giants have arrows and bows, and he's got a bow and he's ready to launch it, and he hits this one guy and he just goes flying. That was like unbelievable. That was unbelievable. And then and I will say this: give Sam credit. Give him a little credit. I give him a little bit credit. I thought his scenes in this episode were pretty interesting. Like more to the point where, like it's already about to begin the battle, and he's like on near the south entrance, and he's talking to this one guy and everything. I thought that was an interesting scene. I thought Sam had some interesting scenes in this episode. I thought it was well done. Yeah, give or take.
What do
you think? SMX winning in hockey?
Oh, we're doing our thoughts right now?
Yeah.
On the episode? I thought it was an awesome episode. I really did. But just after reading the book, I wanted them to continue because there's supposed to be some more scenes with John there going out. I wanted that, and there were some slow scenes in the beginning that I could have done without. That way, you could fit those last parts in. But which I guess we'll see. But other than which, I'm the water and the giants, which I was hoping they wouldn't get rid of, and they had them in the books. And we had some deaths that even I wasn't expecting. So, and does everybody hate Janos as much as I do? Because that guy's just a weasel.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who ran into the cupboard, the storage room, to hide. What a pussy!
Little
bitch. Just like a little bitch. But I wanted to talk about this scene that just threw me off. Was the ice was breaking. Rick was just talking to me about it. The ice was breaking, and they take out this anchor. Because that's what I believe that's what it was. It was an anchor, and they just take it out, and you just cross the wall, and you just kill everyone that's on the wall. I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And you gonna say, Rick?
Hockey, can you hear us?
What?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm waiting my turn. Like a good little boy. I'm waiting my turn. So I can give my thoughts.
Yeah, you can do it. I said that's pretty good hockey. Yeah, you can do it.
Man. All right. Yeah. I missed like the first couple minutes, but so I don't know what happened like the first 5 minutes.
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm sure it probably wasn't much.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the episode, I enjoyed it a lot. I wish she would have shot Jon Snow though. I love Jon Snow, but hesitation. I hate hesitation. I'm just like, just draw that bow, just draw it back, and you already had it back. Just like, would have been nice. Yeah. But then again, I think Jon Snow's gonna be used later down the line, probably with something else. So that's right. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. You got some depths of characters that I don't know their names, but I did like some of them.
Yeah.
And it was pretty enjoyable. It was really action packed. And I'm glad they didn't go back and forth to other stuff. So
yeah.
That's
and like I have to say, Jon Snow's when he was fighting, it seemed to me, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I think like in this battle he was a lot better than.
I brought that up in my review, and I say this is why. This is the price of filler, and this is when they need to be careful when they do put filler. Because, all right, take Bleach for example. Look how weak Ichigo is sometimes in the fillers compared to the canon. See, then I said, even though the dude fought dirty, Jean was a much more sufficient fighter in this episode than he was in that episode. Yeah. And that's something that HBO needs to be very careful for when they do, if they want to have in-canon filler.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like I noticed when he was fighting, he fought the cannibalism guy, cannibalist, and he was fighting him, and he took a hammer and bong right on top of the head. Hey, I just realized something. This is the second week in a row we've had head injuries. Head deaths.
People with splitting headaches.
You didn't have to remind us of that, Bankai.
What?
You didn't have to remind us of that.
It happened last week. It just came to mind. But
I'll remind you. I'll remind you of something later.
Oh no. He had the hammer. He basically smashed the guy's head, and then. And you know what was also crazy? The one who attacked Ingrid was that boy.
Very ironic. Very ironic.
That was like, because I know when they were attacking that village, I could be crazy, but I'm pretty sure, I think she had a chance to kill him, but she didn't. But I might be wrong.
I kind of wanted the boy to kill the guy who ate his parents.
Yeah, that would have been much more.
That's what I was hoping was going to happen. Like he was going to shoot the dude in the head with an arrow or something. But I didn't expect him, of all people, to shoot Ingrid. I had a sneaking feeling Ingrid was going to die. I had a feeling.
I had a feeling too. I mean.
But for little boy too, I would have hoping he was going to take out one of the cannibals or the cannibal that ate his parents. But hey, Game of Thrones does what they do.
Yeah, they do what they do.
Well, in the books, if I'm correct, nobody ever knows who killed Ygritte.
Okay.
Like Jon comes upon her and she's injured, and I remember him thinking in the book, I don't want to know who shot her because I'll kill the person right now. He was thinking in the moment. Because I was just thinking that when he saw the kid, I'm like, according to what he said in the book, he'd kill that kid, but they did differently, which it's all right.
I do question though, like, all right, so I mean, jumping to the end though, Jon is gonna go in there with no weapons or anything and no ghost, just one-man army with no weapons and try to kill man. Like, that's a suicide mission.
That is a suicide.
I think he's putting himself in this situation because he's feeling guilty about Ingrid. I mean, he is right. They need to take out Mance Rayder to destroy this army, absolutely. But to do it in the suicide way is because I think he feels responsible for Ingrid's death. and that's why he's put himself in this situation.
You're right.
But
He's probably
we gotta talk about Alistair though. I'm gonna say this: I've not liked Alistair. I never have. But man, did this boy step up. This man.
Well, yeah, you know.
He, everything that he said about what it is to be a member of the Night's Watch and to be a ranger, he lived up to that shit. He stood up. And I really liked the conversation him and John had before the battle started about he explains why he's always ignored or given John the hard time since he became acting Lord Commander. Because first off, you can't let others doubt your leadership, which is very true. You have to let them know who's in charge. Even if it's sometimes, I guess, to Decimate, but at the same time, you need to save face. And I think he felt that way. And at the same time, he can't let John put his doubts in himself of the leadership capability because then he fails as a leader. And that is true. Granted, I do wish that he had listened to John, but from what he said and the way he said it, I can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And then I also and you know what? At the end of the day, when we survive this, I'll go back to hating you, you'll go back to hating me. But tonight, we have to fight this one as Brothers of the Watch. And I really liked how they wrote Alistair in this episode. The fact that he lit up to what he always talked about, being a ranger.
Yeah. And, it was interesting what John told Sam when he was leaving. He's like, if we take out Mance Rayder, the wildlings won't have leadership. They'll go about killing each other, but they won't attack us.
Right, and it's very true.
Yeah.
Because the only reason why the wildlings are as red as they are now is because they're united, and they're united through Mance. So if you take out Mance, one would assume they would go back to being separated.
That's what John's hoping he can do. So even if it means getting his ass killed, I think that's what he's hoping for.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, hold on.
Now, because this was the only thing that happened in this episode, I figured we'd talk about the preview for the final episode. Now, I see a few things. One thing that I see that is definitely going to be big time is Bran. That seems to be the focus point to a certain extent. And obviously Tyrion. And a scene that, I don't know, for some reason I feel like it should have been used last week. Cersei and seemingly Jaime. But, from that preview, you can't really determine too much.
I don't know. I'm not lying. I do have the sinking feeling that there's a lot of questions that need to be tied up in this season, and it may be too much for one episode. Because you have Tyrion's fate and resolution from that. Hopefully, something on Jon with Mance, which I heard is supposed to hit in this book. Bran and his crew, they're going to address that, and they're also going to address Daenerys.
Yeah.
And I just hope that, and I did hear though, this episode is going to be like 10 or 15 minutes longer than normal.
Oh, okay. That's
good. Like 60-something minutes, almost 70 minutes.
Wow, 70 minutes. Shit.
So I'm hoping they can pull it off. I mean, but there is a lot of things that I think need to be addressed and resolved by the end of this episode coming up. So, but I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
It's been a hell of a season.
The brand thing I'm very interested in because you see that tree again. So I'm wondering, do they see the tree physically, or is it just like another dreamscape? That should be interesting. Hopefully, Rick. Hopefully they do solve the whole thing with Tyrion. They find out at least to a certain extent what his fate is.
Man, if I gotta go a whole fucking year of doubting the fate of Tyrion Lannister. No!
Don't do that.
I'm not about that life.
Tease me like that. I don't like to be teased like that. I want to know what's gonna happen.
I need to know by the end of the season.
Yeah, it's. This live stream's not gonna be very long because there's only one thing, so you know.
No, I mean, but the fight between the Redbeard Wiling, I can't remember his name.
Oh.
And Alistair, that was a good ass exchange. That was actually one of my favorite exchanges in the episode.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was pretty good.
That fat bastard was quick.
Tormund.
So that fat bastard was quick.
Hell yeah, he was. And dude, the Wilings though, they're brutal fighters, man.
Yeah, they definitely.
And they honestly, until John came down there, they was looking pretty bad.
Yeah, they were cleaning house. They were, especially those.
I gotta admit, the Raiders' party was a much bigger than what I remember. I mean, there must have been a lot of cannibals there. Because I mean, the party that John left, not to mention he killed, I think, like 2 or 3 of them. They weren't that big. So they must have got a lot of reinforcements from the cannibals or another party that they hooked up with too later down the line. Because there weren't that many of them. I remember, in the end of season 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially that one cannibal with the axe. Oh man, I'm so glad he got his. I'm so glad.
He got killed by a conventional object.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a great episode. I thought the fights were done very well. There's one more episode left. For next season though, I'm got a funny suspicious feeling it's going to be a whole lot difficult for HBO because of what I've been hearing. Certain characters aren't shown. We see different characters, and they're obviously going to have to put some magic. Because I already heard that we're going to get a flashback of Cersei. Great, so that should be interesting.
I mean, next, it's going to really be played by ear. I think going forward, it's going to be much easier to deviate the show from the books in the same way a lot of people do with The Walking Dead now. Because the way the books are set up now, because of acting contracts and whatnot, they can't necessarily do it that way. They don't want to lose those actors or have to pay those actors for doing nothing. Whatever is the case. So, I don't know. I don't know how much they're going to change or mix up, next coming season. Yeah. It really is hard to say how they're going to approach it. Mm-hmm. I do not know. Well, that's something that definitely would be better to assess when we start getting trailers and everything, when it's closer to next season. Yeah. But another thing I liked, though, that was the theme of this episode, was how we really finally saw what the Night Watch was all about and what it meant to be a Man of the Black. Because, throughout the episode, with the whole sense of dread and everything, you also, though, had the sense of them coming together and doing and really living up to the creed that, is the Night Watch is regarded for. The watchers on the walls, the defenders, the ones that protect, whatnot. Particularly the scene where John's friend, who's charged with keeping up the gate, not letting the gate fall, and they're all scared because they see that giant running at them like the Armor Titan on some shit, and they're all like, "No, we ain't about this life." And then Duke grabs them and they start reciting their vow. And I was like, "Ew, they're hard." That's just like that. Yeah, I feel though, finally seeing firsthand the Night Watch really how they get down, really like cemented that character, Night Watch as a group and what they're all about.
Yeah, definitely. That giant. You know what's so ridiculous? That one giant, only one of them was able to get through there. And
well, no, because the other one got killed.
Yeah, the other one got killed.
There was 2 giants and there was 1 mammoth. The mammoth, I think, got taken out by the fireball.
Yeah. If they didn't throw that oil, he would have been
dead. And then he got like a harpoon in the back or some shit.
Yeah. It would have been bad. They didn't throw that oil there. Oh, it would have been so bad. But yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed the battle. It was, you know, yeah. Now we wait for the fate of Tyrion. Bran. We get Arya again next week, so it seems like someone's there to with the. I don't know what that's about though.
We do got some questions, particularly from. All right, first off, Foss wants to ask Hockey, what happened to your arm? Are you turning into a demon?
Yes, I am actually.
Bresboy asks, do we like Alistair now? I'm gonna say I like Alistair and the way he stepped up in this episode. Overall, I still don't like Alistair as a person. No,
Wait, is Alistair the fat one?
No, Alistair is the one that was pretty much fighting the whole time. He's the leader.
Yeah. That's not. I mean, he was cool in the episode, but I don't really still like him. Because if you think about it, he did what he had to do, but he's still like after it's all over, he's gonna go back to how he was before. I understand his position and everything, but at the same time, like there's people in power that aren't like dicks. He's just a dick, and I understand what he has to do, but at the same time, like so I don't dislike him, nor do I like him. He's neutral to me, whatever. Like if he were to die, he's just dead. Oh well. Like he was cool in the episode. I liked his little fight, though he got beat.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he died or not. Because I mean, it looked like it could have been a death.
No, he didn't die.
He didn't die.
I think he lived. They pulled him over.
Yeah, he probably lived, Rick, because that slash was towards the abdomen area.
Yeah.
And
he didn't die. Then I would just laugh.
It's defined.
When somebody dies in Game of Thrones, you know it. Believe me.
Yeah, you do know it, especially when it's like a hammer.
They just drop right there.
Yeah, or an arrow through the throat.
Done. No, see, I liked him, but he got an arrow through the throat. I was like, oh, I already knew I knew exactly when he was gonna die too. It was like it was like death flags just popped up everywhere. He's like, yeah, I got him. I thought he was gonna get shot in the head, like when he was talking, but he got shot when he went up to shoot again. I was like, oh, I saw this one coming. Man, it was funny. But
I think I'm not mistaken when I say that both the guy that got shot in the head, the neck with the arrow, Pip, and the one that got killed at the gate, Grin. Pretty sure neither of them are dead in the books.
They're not?
They're not. Which is weird. But whatever. I mean.
They're dead here.
Do they play a role at all anymore?
If like that happens, does George sit there like?
Probably.
No, well, I mean, we don't know. Maybe regrets keep him alive. I mean, like that's the case in The Walking Dead. Sometimes the creator of The Walking Dead, he rectifies things he regrets in the show. That's why. All right, case in point. Spoiler. That's why Rick still has two hands. Because in the comics, he was going to cut one of his hands off, and he regretted doing that to Rick. So it could be that sometimes.
All right. Well,
and talking with Jim too. Jim made a very good point when it comes to the stuff they do add or change. It's very obvious that George is very involved in the show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think a lot of the things that they do, they probably do get input from George.
I heard that from Jim. I get where he's coming from. I really do. But certain scenes, like John's fight against that one dude, or deaths like this, I don't think they have any bearing at all on what George R.R. Martin is telling them. I think maybe the White Walker scene with the baby thing, maybe that could be something. But other stuff, it's either or. So in this case, I don't think it really has anything to do. If anything, they probably asked him, and they asked, do these characters have any importance later on? Maybe he said not really, so they just decided to kill them. I don't know.
Okay.
Just messaging.
Any other questions?
Not for them questions, right? I'm not saying much to them like. trying to update. I'm like finished editing it.
Well, alright. I guess Brez Boy had a problem with Egret dying in John's arms. As a book reader, how do you feel about that? That's the next one.
He says it's egret.
Yeah.
Okay, Brez, it's egret. Alright, hey.
Nah, he doesn't like the fact that the way he said they Hollywoodized it, her death.
Oh, Hollywood.
Which I can understand where he's coming from in that sense. They try to build romance that wasn't there or something in the book.
Well, it was a sad moment in the books. I think it was better in the books, but if they Hollywoodized it, I really don't have that big a problem with it. Wouldn't that, big a deal to me. It's okay.
Don't say anything. You're dying.
We got another question. Kumuho 1? I don't know how to say your YouTube name, sorry. How did you guys like the CGI in this episode? I know how much Hockey loves CGI, so I'll ask Hockey first.
Pretty good, because, I really didn't, notice any major, bad CGI. Most of it, for the most part, everything was decent. I liked it all, so... Yeah, thinking about it, what was CG? Maybe the fucking animals?
Everything with the giants?
The Giants probably.
That anchor thing, everything on the wall. I think anytime you see the wall is pretty much CG.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with any of it.
Not really an issue.
I as well really liked it. Part of me wants to say this is maybe one of the best episodes from artistic's point of view, like cinematography and everything. But then I still love that shot of the White Walker scene in episode what was it, 3? That's still one of my favorite scenes. It's the way it looked. So I don't know. I'm kind of in between those two. But the CG I think was on point.
Yeah, CGI was good. CGI was pretty good. I just wish they'd finish up the little storylines there at the end, but next week.
Nezuma asks me, Shingeki no Kyojin chapter 58. I haven't read it yet. I will get to it. According to you and someone else, really good. So later on I will... another comment I thought. Bosch Anime was asking about Sam. Waiting for Sam to be a badass.
I like Sam. I like Sam a lot this episode. He wasn't the most badass. Technically, yeah, he killed one person, but in a lot of ways, though, he still stepped up. And think about Sam when we were first introduced to him. The coward who would even fight back. And then even to the failure he did when they were out north in season 2 into season 3. And then how he progressed and now how he is he was scared, but he put his fear aside and still partaked in the fight as best he could. And for that, I like Sam. I like the way he really grew up.
Yeah, Sam's one of my favorite characters actually in the book. I don't think I've ever hated him. I don't know why people hate on him so much, but I can relate to him. But,
well, I'm not going to go there.
Okay. Just
If you ain't Slam, you ain't getting no birthday cake. I like Sam. He stepped up. He became a man. I don't like that bald guy that ran into that door and hid. I don't like him. He was a pest. Where was that blind guy at? I wonder where he was at.
The Watchmeister? Yeah,
Targaryen or whatever the hell he was.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know what he would have been at.
Well, somewhere. I don't think he would have just got in the way if he was out there.
I'm just saying, it didn't seem like there was a lot of places to hide, per se. That's why they had that guy ran into that one room, precisely. Yeah. And that's why he hit him there. They hit her there, too. So I thought that room was, the safe room. I'm just wondering, Well, I got high that.
I mean, you could think about the same thing with Pycelle and Blackwater, but there's a lot more places to hide in King's Landing than there is in Castle Black.
Group Pycelle.
Pycelle, is that the one with the baby?
No, the Pycelle's the Meister at King's Landing.
Oh, that, yeah, I forgot about that too.
You know what I forgot to mention last week in last week's review was, remember that scene when Pycelle was talking and leading the battle, getting the battle started, and then Tywin like brushed him off. You guys notice that? That was funny.
Fucking Tywin Lannister.
Tywin Lannister.
But anything else from this episode that I'm trying to think was really cool? I mean, it was one big battle.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys enjoy more than Blackwater?
That dude alive and taking the prisoner back John in the ass.
Well, Blackwater maybe slightly better, I found. Maybe slightly. I found slightly better than Blackwater, but very slightly.
I like this.
The only reason for that is because when you compare,
I enjoyed this battle more than Blackwater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this over Blackwater. Blackwater, I don't know, maybe it was different in the book, but it was kind of boring to me. I mean, there was no action, to be truthful. Some arrows got shot, some fire got lit. Some people breached and stormed the place, but it was like we didn't see most of it. Like, we really didn't see much. Like, now that I think about it, it didn't see much. Like, this one was actually felt like, it was actual battle. A lot of strategy stuff going on, a lot of communication going on, and stuff like that. It felt more like a battle. So I would say I like this shit better. A lot more.
Yeah, because we actually got the sense of strategy and warfare, because how they had two fronts they had to defend and whatnot. And then, of course, just again, this was like the second coming of Helm's Deep for me. That's how I felt about it, Lord of the Rings. Just the music.
Yeah, you know what?
Everything about this just felt that way. Honest, actually?
It did remind me of how I say it real Hogwarts. You remember
The Battle for
that
Hogwarts?
in the last movie?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It reminded me of that a little bit when inside, near the buildings and everything. But yeah, it was an awesome battle. I think I'll have to hold my judgment, see if it's better than Blackwater. I don't know. The last stuff.
So I'm with hockey. I mean, Blackwater was cool, but I wasn't like, oh my fucking god, kind of with Blackwater. This one, I was really into it.
The violence have more giants. Julio. Snow said it himself. He said they have more giants, more manners. Like, they have a lot of shit. That was just a first wave. Of course they got fucking more.
It was like a test. Man.
Of course they have more, man. They probably have
Even though, actually, I would have did what Stannis did. I would have thrown fucking everything at him and fucked him up. That's what I would have just thrown everything. Because if he threw everything at him, he would have won. Easily.
Yeah, true.
Easily, he would have won.
Could have just wiped him off the face of the earth.
Julio is asking, do we think we'll ever get a reason of why Mance Rayder quit the Night's Watch? What was it said already?
I don't know, I mean, it depends. I mean, John's out to kill Mance, so I think we're going to get some, I'm hoping, if anything, because I mean, it did, by the preview, it did look like we're going to see John meet up with Mance or something.
Right, get to the verse.
I would hope that we get Mance's backstory. If not this season, then next. Because I don't think the storyline's going to be resolved. But at least I know it was addressed on last episode.
Jon Snow.
As long as find out what's going to happen to Tyrion, his fate.
Yeah, that's all. Actually, that's the main thing I'm worried about. I can't go all year without questioning Tyrion's fate.
God damn you, HBO! If you just let Tyrion in the prison and you don't explain what's going to go down, then I'm suing you. No, I'm not suing you. I would be very upset.
I'm not even joking. I'm suing you for mental abuse. God damn it, that's mental abuse.
Yeah, mental abuse. That's mental abuse. It's like,
Hey, Dan Master wants an invite, Bonkai.
oh yeah, Dan Master. I saw that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Damn, Master.
Oh Dan Master.
I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, there's really nothing for me to say. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
the episode is just really like straightforward. No, there's really no conversation besides battle stuff. And
Yeah, and I agree with, like, I don't know, like the 15 minutes they spent Sam talking to John about women and then talking to Grant to the Meister. I'd rather have 15 more minutes of the battle. That's the only part, like, of the preview I didn't like. So I just felt pointless. I didn't care about. But once he found Gilly was alive, I was down. Yeah, but the first 15 minutes were whatever.
I used to have women back in the day. Used to get all the girls.
All the bitches.
They all were on me. They all loved me. I was popular. Yeah, my phone's about to die.
Oh, Ray Dawn, how the hell are you going to fit all that shit in the next episode? I'm really scared of the direction the show is going. They should have the filler in earlier episodes of the season to put some... Hey, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. And I'm worried myself as to how they're going to fit everything. And like I said, I heard the episode's going to be like 10 to 15 minutes longer than normal. So hopefully that's the time they need.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess there is a lot of stuff that, you know, needs to be covered next episode. It better be covered. God damn it.
We'll have a lot to talk about next week.
If things don't work out, for Jon Snow, he could go into business for himself making snow cones. Gotta market that name of his.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like is snow like a common thing or something? Isn't Ramsay Snow too?
You get your bastard name by the territory you're born in.
Oh, okay, then that would make sense. Because I remember, like, Ramsay, I think his was Snow too, and I was like, you click on, like, wait a minute, like, is every bastard you come across gonna have Snow? Blah, 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 Snow.
So, what was Gandry's last name?
I think it's Storm.
Storm?
He's from Storm's End, which is the Baratheon territory. So it's...
I thought it was from Flea Bottom.
Well...
King's Landing, so...
shit, what is King's Landing? I don't even know, I think it might still be Storm. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know. But those from Storm's End are Storm. And from Dorne there's Sand. From... where the Tyrells are from, they're Flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snow flowers.
Snow flowers.
Sounds fitting. Let's see.
Well, technically, Gendry doesn't really have a... because he's not... nobody knows who he is, so...
that makes sense. Now that you mention it, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I can kind of agree with what Christina's saying on Facebook. I never put too much stock into the wall myself.
What?
Because beforehand, all the wall served was character development for Jon in his time there. It was never like we never addressed like the threat of the Wildlings until recently.
Yeah, but it was always a looming threat. It was always there. It was always interesting.
Yeah, well, before it was more the White Walkers were the looming threat. And then in season 2, they started to market more about the wildlings.
I guess. I always thought the wall was
I
interesting.
don't like season 1. Like I said, I mean, it wasn't like compared to everything else that was going on.
Yeah. Well, they only really had the wall in season 1 and 3, right? 3? Was it in 3? It wasn't even in 3, huh?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Well,
In 2, they were always at Caster's Creek, and then
yeah, so it's basically 1 and 4.
yeah, that's true.
I always
You know what I liked? I liked when that little boy like shot her.
Yeah.
And then when Jon Snow like looked at him, he did that face. He was like, "Yeah, I did that." And then Jon Snow's like, "Fuck!" That shit just had me died.
Nah, John was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, little boy, later on."
Snipe that bitch. She was fucking people up though, man.
Yeah, she was. Oh, and dude, when Ghost got out, yo, Ghost is always my favorite direwolf.
Shit.
He was just arr. Let me at these bitches.
She was fucking people up with them arrows. She's like, I was like, damn.
Dude, she was even picking up arrows off the ground and shit. She
I need to be
believes
like
in
her.
recycling.
Hey, that's how you gotta do it. And I guess somebody was saying how the hell the giant died by a little arrow.
No, that shit was from like a.
It wasn't a little arrow. It wasn't even an arrow.
Yeah, it was like a harpoon.
It was from what do they call it? I think they're still called Gatlings from back in it, like even back then I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're like towers, pretty much. They're like giant bows. They're giant bows. Like, that shit wasn't a fucking little arrow. What the hell? Fucking serious?
Chibi
You watch the
reviews.
same thing?
I was just gonna read that. JB reviews. Yeah, go for it.
Do you think Jon Snow will become the leader of Watch? If he survives, after going after Mance, yes, because there's no one. The people who are against Jon are pretty much dead now, except for Alistair, but I think Alistair might actually, if he really has in mind what is best for the Watch, he'll step down.
Yeah.
Because I mean, from my understanding, the reason why Alistair was starting to be so spiteful is that Jon had a majority of support to possibly be the next Lord Commander when he officially choose one, and that's why Dew was whispering in Alistair's ear, take him out or put him in a situation where he'll get taken out.
Shoot them arrow. See, I don't know. I don't know what he would do. I mean, maybe. There's nothing. I mean, thinking like, what else would there be for him to do? It's either that or just stay there. I don't think anything else is going to happen. Where
what up?
Seems very, very.
Oh, what's up, Sam Master?
Doesn't seem
Yo,
like
you guys
anything
hear
will happen.
Alright, am I the only one that fucking laughed my ass off when that little kid killed Ygritte?
No, I was just saying that. I was just saying like, because when he did it, like when Jon Snow looked at him, he had that face. He was like, yeah.
This motherfucker kills Ygritte, then gives the bro nod. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. I was dying a lot. I was laughing so hard, dude.
That's like a frat house nod what he just gave. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I thought that was hilarious.
Oh man, it's funny.
Do you guys think Ygritte actually would have like shot Jon Snow though?
I don't know.
You can't hesitate.
I mean, she loaded him up before. I mean,
He was like staring at it. He was like smiling a little bit.
See, I don't know what to say. I mean, she could have easily just sniped him, but she had to go in front of him and hold the bow. Great, just fucking great. You could have sniped him. You sniped everybody else.
Yeah, she was a beast.
Didn't want to snipe Jon Snow.
Yo, the way she killed the guy that was with Sam, that was dirty.
man,
He puts his head out for a second, and through the fucking neck, he got fucking shot.
I saw death flags all around him. I thought he was gonna get shot in the head while he was talking. But
oh yeah,
the
the directors of the show, David and Dan, they actually killed off more people in the show than they did in the books, from what I was told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all these minor characters weren't even supposed to fucking die, but like, hey, fuck it. They're useless, so just kill them off.
Don't kill them off. Some people like the little fodder people.
Yeah, I got spoiled on what's gonna happen to Tyrion, so I know that shit.
I mean, I didn't get spoiled, but it's like when you go on Amazon and you take a look at the books, they give you a brief summary. But that's all I know. That's all I know from.
I don't read that shit.
It's just a summary.
Yeah, I already started reading the book, so once this season's over, I'm just gonna fucking marathon the books.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm going to see the finale at a cinema, dude. There's a cinema near me that's showing the Game of Thrones finale. I already got my tickets. That's just dope.
Nice.
Where do you live?
Only in Canada.
Yeah, it's only in Canada.
Canada.
I thought so. That's what I was like, only in Canada.
That's fucking dope, dude.
I need to go over there. Just
And
for that one day.
They're gonna do like giveaways and shit there too, apparently.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
They're giving away shirts that probably say like, you know, nothing Jon Snow or some shit like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's dope. And they said they're gonna show us like a sneak peek of next season and some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh man.
I doubt it's any footage. Probably just information.
Ow.
Because I don't even think they started filming next season yet.
It'll just be a music playing.
The soundtrack for next season. We got a clock.
Just so you guys know, we're using the same song.
I do know that one of the locations they're filming it next year is Spain. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be for Bravo stuff.
Yeah. I just asked Zelda about all these spoilers because I just gave up. I'm like, what is this? What is this? And they just answered all of them. I gave up. After I got spoiled on what's happening to Tyrion, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Just tell me everything.
Slow it down. All I know is they better tell it. I can't go a whole year with doubt.
No, neither can I.
No, I'm not gonna lie. If they don't tell us next episode and leave us hanging, I'm fucking just gonna probably spoil myself for the gods.
Yeah, I mean,
because I can't go through that. That's too much trauma, man. That's too much.
Apparently, there's too much to cover next episode because like the battle goes on for days. Like this is just day one. Apparently, it goes on.
Yeah, that's
for
what I heard
days.
too. That's what Velez was telling me in the J room. He didn't see it how they could cover the entire battle in one episode.
What happened?
But I mean, the way they did it, how they said how he kind of just pretty much it was like the first wave and whatnot, and so him going out after Mance. I mean, that was a nice way to kind of like, because they're honestly the things that got cut out because of budget. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah. Next episode's going to be 66 minutes longer, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's messed up is that it's 66 minutes. You could have added some of that time and added it to this episode so you could conclude some of the stuff I wanted.
yeah.
That's the only thing I'm disappointed in with this episode. That's it.
If they didn't put all these bullshit scenes with like fucking that Grey Worm and Missandei, then we could get more scenes.
Yeah, we could have
Who
got.
cares about that filler relationship? What the fuck is that? This guy doesn't even have a dick or balls or whatever. Who fucking cares who he likes?
Both that scene and the whole beetle thing. If you put those in there, you could have had more battle. You could have had more Oberyn and more Mountain. But instead, you added those scenes. I don't know why.
I was actually talking to fucking Zoro and Zaldin about that scene. Like, we didn't know what it was at first. But we came to the conclusion that, like, they were trying to say, like, there's always going to be senseless killing from people that are more in power, and there's nothing anyone can do about it to justify it. That's what we think it is.
I think if you look hard enough, you could come up with a good meaning. But the thing is, I don't want to be coming up with meanings when I'm about to enter this kick-ass fight. So that's why I thought it was rather pointless.
Yeah. Like the way they made the scene, you think Tyrion's going to give the answer at the end. It's like a cock tease. Like, Tyrion's like, do you know why he did this? I don't myself. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't even know yourself. What's the point of even explaining this shit?
Exactly.
Kill yourself.
Not even I know the answer. Obvious, he just loved to crush the buttons.
Yeah.
Obvious.
I saw this shit on Reddit. They called this episode Helm's Deep on crack.
Yeah, that's definitely how I compared it to.
Helm's
It
Deep
was like
on
watching The Lord of the Rings, but with more brutal and swearing.
Should have added rain. Should have added rain. It would have been epic.
Rain makes everything more epic.
Yeah.
Well, they can't. Well, if they use that doesn't make sense in the way.
You know what?
Or
You're
snow,
right.
snow at least.
I totally agree with you, SMX. I mean, it should have been raining. Goddammit.
Well, maybe a blizzard.
Snow or
We could have had thunder and lightning and shit.
Could have had some snow for Jon Snow.
Lightning, blizzard.
you know why they probably didn't do it was because there was a fire going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the great flame. That was pretty cool. That flame.
Oh, that was dope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that one scene was fucking sick with that giant when he had that gigantic ass spear bow, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah. The harpoon
He
thing.
he
Oh,
fucking
dude.
shot on that one guy. It went through him. He went flying and he fucking landed.
Hey,
Oh my god, he fucking
If I-
shot on him, dude.
if I had to pick one way to go throughout this whole episode, I'd go with that guy. That's the way I want to go.
With a giant arrow just stabbed in you.
Is that even considered an arrow? That's like a fucking skyscraper being shot at you. Jesus Christ.
I consider it a weapon of mass destruction.
Weapon of mass destruction.
Pretty much. I mean, if you're a human, you get hit by that. I mean,
Yeah, it's over.
you're destroyed. There's nothing possible.
This motherfucker was destroying the buildings with his arrows. Like, what the fuck? You see when he destroyed that scaffolding at the top?
It was the roof. It just.
That shit's OP.
Some bitch.
Yeah, those giants were fucking awesome.
How'd he die again? One arrow to like the shoulder and he's dead? Like, fuck that.
It was,
It was like a harpoon, like a launcher
Oh,
thing.
was it?
Yeah, it wasn't like a normal bow and arrow.
Okay, that makes sense.
So glad they had the giants on the mammoths, man. I thought they weren't gonna add that. I'm so happy.
Oh, that looked dope.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I hate this.
So what the hell? They're snow elephants now?
They're mammoths, right?
They're mammoths.
They're mammoths.
I mean, it's kind of like the third Lord of the Rings film too. The Oliphants at the end.
Oh yeah, the elephants with the multiple tusks.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the shit that fucking Legolas was taking out? That shit was beastly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, crazy.
It still only counts as one. Shut the fuck up. That's a big ass
shit.
one.
Oh,
Wait,
go
what are
ahead.
you talking about? One.
What happened?
So what only counts as one?
Oh, in Lord of the Rings, when Legolas and Gimli were counting how many kills they could get,
Oh, right.
takes out this big ass elephant, and he's like, it still only counts as one.
Only one. One elephant.
Speaking of, since we're on Lord of the Rings, I just watched the 2 Hobbit movies like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't want to watch them because I thought they'd like ruin like the Lord of the Rings series for me, but no, they actually made it better. Like I like the lore for it. We have fucking.
I heard that, like, it was there was a little negativity. People were like upset with the first movie of Hobbit, and then people were complaining about the second movie.
I don't know. I liked it. I don't think it was
What do you-
bad.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was awesome.
Like, what do you mean better though? Like, in what way?
Oh, me?
Yeah, like, are they better than the original Lord of the Rings films? Is that what you're saying, or are they just?
No, they're better than my expectations for them.
Oh, okay, I get it.
'Cause I thought they were gonna be god awful. Like when I saw the trailer, it looked like they were just adding fucking Smeagol in there just for a cop out so people would watch it and shit. I'm like
Maybe it's in the book.
Oh
thing.
yeah. I didn't read the Hobbit books. I read the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings books though.
Yeah. I think when all is said and done, I think the Lord of the Rings 6-part saga will be better than the Star Wars 6-part saga.
Oh, I fucking hate Star Wars, so that's me.
Oh. No, you can't.
Oh, wait, like even the original Star Wars movies, you don't like them?
Yeah, I never watched the prequels. I just watched the other 3, and I hated those.
Oh, that's messed up.
There's no justification for it because I was like 8 when I watched it, but still.
You
Like, I was young as hell, and I still thought those movies were corny. Like, that says something.
Yeah.
I love the Star Wars. Awesome.
We're pretty corny. It had like weird, I would say CGI animatronics.
Yeah, Yoda looked fucking disgusting. He looked like a Furby, dude.
You talking about the prequels?
No, the sequels.
Oh, the originals. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's that animatronicness. It's like he's like a robot.
That show's nasty.
You must now. Skywalker, you are now.
Someone said, who is Mance Raider?
Oh, Mance Raider is
That's Jon Snow's uncle or something.
yeah.
Right?
He's the leader of
the Wildlings. Yeah.
Jon Snow.
Nothing, Jon Snow.
You didn't do anything, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, no.
You didn't do anything, Jon Snow. I know more than you hold. I know that you gonna get an arrow through your fucking back.
Oh,
Yes.
Hockey, did you know the dude who plays Jon Snow, Kit, he's actually going to be voicing someone in How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Who is he gonna be voicing? Not really.
Eret? Eret?
Who?
Eret? E-R-E-T?
Who's that?
I guess a new character.
Who is he voicing?
Eret?
A character from How to Train Your Dragon 2, but I don't think
Oh,
I recognize the name.
You know, that movie's gonna be dope.
Yeah, but they gave away too much in the trailer, man. I was like,
I haven't watched any of
haven't
it.
I haven't seen the trailer.
I've only seen the first trailer ever made, so I'm
don't
good.
watch it. Don't
I'm
watch
just
it.
so in love with
I'm
the first movie that without watching the trailer, I'm just saying that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, don't watch the second trailer. Just go in fresh.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Like, I haven't seen shit from it.
I'm really.
The only
getting
thing I watched was like, it was a teaser, but honestly, you could call it a tech demo too.
Tech demo.
I'm waiting for that shit. I'm waiting.
So Bonkai,
what?
I never even got to.
Listen,
Yeah.
okay? Listen. You have no idea how horrifying it is to be a New York sports fan. There are times where I contemplate of saying, "Fuck this team, I'm done."
Well, why don't you say it? I mean,
I
just
know.
because you're from there doesn't mean you have to be a fan.
Well, yeah,
Look
It does
at
in
the
my
Knicks.
it's a complicated situation.
Look at the Knicks. They fucking suck.
Exactly.
I know how you feel, Bonkai. I really do. I mean, I know Los Angeles is a city of champions. That's what I call it, but I still know how you feel.
Well, my father's looking at me. He's like,
Los Angeles haven't won shit in a long.
he looks at me like they were down 3-1 when they played the Penguins. And I was like, all right, yeah, it's true.
They were.
We'll see. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as I'm glad. At least they have that Eastern Conference championship. At least they have that. At least I can say, okay, they at least got that. Winning the Stanley Cup is great, but I'm not going to go too. I'll try to contain myself.
Hey, a lot of hockey, man. A lot of hockey still left. I'm not saying the Kings won. I'm just happy about their first 2 victories is all.
Yeah. I agree.
Kids be winning though, so they be winning. They got.
Bonkai, I gotta head out. I gotta work on I gotta watch Penny Dreadful and do my review.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, see you
And-
later.
I will see you guys later.
All right. Peace out.
Later, man.
They need to red.
Wait, is Mance not Jon Snow's uncle? Someone said since when was Mance Jon Snow's uncle?
Nobody say nothing.
Benjen. Oh, I heard about Benjen. Zalden told me about Benjen. Okay.
So is this like a spoiler or something?
No, I think it's someone that's like that like got cut from the show. I think.
Have you read the first book then? Or?
No.
Oh.
Oh no, Benjen's the guy that got lost in the north.
Yeah, he
Or
did.
some shit.
That's
Alright, then who the fuck is Mance Raider?
Mance
He's
Raider.
just a wildling that went rogue.
Yeah, but do you remember the part where John, he went into the wildlings?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, this
Met that guy.
motherfucker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at that picture. Alright, my bad. I fucking suck at lore, I guess.
Mons Raider.
Oh god, they're making more Star Wars movies?
Yeah, they're
You
making
just found that out?
7.
I don't follow Star Wars news.
I know, but I mean, it's like it's not even Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah, I heard about Disney. Fine, yeah, I heard about the Disney shit. Disney owning Star Wars or something.
Yeah.
No, everybody can dance to Star Wars.
That cliffhanger on the second Hobbit movie made me rage. Yeah, that was bullshit.
What happened?
Hey, what happened?
The cliffhanger on the second Hobbit movie.
All
I
that.
haven't watched it yet.
That's sort of how I felt like at the end of this episode. I'm not even lying.
It's the cock tease, dude.
Like, I wouldn't mind it if the movie comes out like in the middle of the year, but no, it has to come out at the end of the year. I'm like, no, it's too long. Shit.
They did that once with The Matrix, and that was
Oh, right.
kind of horrible.
The better Matrix, I think, are the first one was good, and the second.
The first one was the best.
Yeah. The
Straightforward.
third one was okay. I wasn't really a big fan of it. I mean, it was alright. I mean, I like the second one better.
What the fuck am I thinking about?
You didn't want to enter the Matrix.
I was. It's just I like the second one better.
Enter the Matrix.
You like the second one better than the original?
Slightly better than the original.
Blasphemy.
Slightly only. I'm not. It's only because of what happens in the second one. Like it's really. I found that the second one was a lot more shit going on than the first one. A lot more action.
Expect them.
The first one was good. I like it.
The first movie was pretty much just set up.
Yeah.
It was still enjoyable, good setup. I enjoyed it.
Definitely.
The Ewoks run Return of the Jedi. People say Jar Jar is bad. At least if it's big English. I don't even know. Hockey, I want that minion closer behind you. Nope, you can't have it.
No, you.
Can't have it.
Okay, I want that poster. You say, no, you can't have it.
Can't have it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I guess we already talked about the episode and stuff, so guess we could end it here. Nothing else to add. Rick just left, so we'll end it here. Wait, I forgot to mention this. After this live stream, later on tonight, or maybe later today, I'm gonna do a first impressions of Penny Dreadful, and I'm gonna put that video up. Not on this channel. It's going to be on this other channel called Shikai922. And in the description box of this live stream, I will put a link to that channel. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff on that channel. It's going to be my brother's going to do True Blood reviews, and maybe some other stuff that could be interesting. So yeah, I look forward to that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys sign out. Start with Dan Master.
Alright, what up guys, Dan Master 20 here. Since Brett's Boy's in the comments, let me just say something. I know when you asked me who's Jon Snow's mother, back when I was ignorant, I said fucking... Who's Catelyn Stark's sister?
No.
I said her, Liza. I said Liza.
Okay.
But now I know the theory, because as Alden, R plus L equals J. I know what that means now, so... I'm just gonna stick with that. So yeah, peace.
Okay, well, House Shoku Haki here. See this name right here? You know, see that everybody? You know what I'm saying? House Shoku Haki. You know, I'm trying to stop being lazy and trying to make videos now. But for the most part, tomorrow, you guys want to join in? I'm going to be streaming E3 and having people with me that we're just going to be talking about and making fun of the press conference and stuff. So if you want to join in, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, do that.
Oh,
Until
that's
next
what that
time.
Skype call was for. It was for E3.
Yeah, well, it was for tomorrow, but we did like pre-thought stuff.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I joined. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And Zaldin fucking controls me. Okay.
Because Alan's trolling, yeah.
No even straight answer, so I just fucking left.
God.
but tomorrow at like 9:30 my time is when everything should start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for inviting me on Game of Thrones episodes. Entertaining.
And SMX win?
Yeah, I'm just a commenter. Love to talk Thrones. Thanks for the invite, Bankai, and anybody who wants to talk Thrones, just hit me up.
Okay, so yeah, that's Story People, Balkan 922. Also, I'm thinking this month, I don't know how I'll do this. So I'm getting really into this Penny Dreadful. And Rick's been reviewing it, and I might want to try to do like some kind of Skype call or live stream with him and Larry or whoever else wants to talk about Penny Dreadful. I don't know when though. Probably maybe into the month. We'll see. I'm Balkan 922. One more episode left, people. Damn, this is gonna be crazy. We'll see you guys.
Before you stop, let me say one more thing. Before you end it, let me say one more thing, Buck. Hey, anybody that wants to be like a part of like a podcast or something like that, I have an idea for one. So if you have like if you want to be a part of it, it'd probably be like multiple discussions, anime, manga, TV shows, and games. So you can just hit me up on like Facebook or whatever, and let me know if you want to be a part of it. But I have that in the works. But yeah, that's all.
Okay, so we'll see you guys later. Peace.